Here at the Driven Blog, we love two things. We love more than two things, but for the purposes of this video, we love two things, and those are hot hatches and bargains. That's why we've curated this list of our top 10 favourite hot hatches under £10,000. 10. Renault Sport Twingo 133. Renault's baby hot hatch is deceptively hardcore, so while it thrives in the twisties, it isn't the most comfortable of motorway cruisers. It isn't the most practical either, with small rear seats and a tiny boot, but flared arches, big wheels, a stiffer cup suspension, and a rev-happy, naturally aspirated 1.6 litre engine will have you grinning from ear to ear. 9. Seat Leon Cupra R. Seat took all the ingredients that Volkswagen used to make the underwhelming Mark IV Golf GTI and turned them into a proper hot hatch. Sharper, harder, faster and better looking than the Golf, but with a less premium badge on the nose to keep prices lower. What's not to like? Also, look at its more practical cousin, the similarly priced Mark I Skoda Octavia VRS. 8. Volkswagen Golf R32. Speaking of Mark IV Golfs, after the decidedly poor reaction to the lukewarm GTI, VW took the running gear from sister company Audi's TT Quattro to create the Golf R32, complete with a 237 brake horsepower 3.2 litre V6 engine and four-wheel drive. It still looks subtle, but bigger wheels, bumpers and arches give it that beefy look it deserves. Only 500 came to the UK though. 7. Fiat Panda 100 brake horsepower. The Panda may only have, as the name suggests, 100 brake horsepower from its 1.4 litre engine, but it weighs very little, has a well-sorted chassis and suspension, and that classic wheel at each corner stance. It isn't possible to have more fun on four wheels for less cash. 6. Honda Civic Type R. The Type R is all about image, and it's up to you whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Typically driven by young men and usually fitted with obnoxiously loud and entirely unnecessary exhausts. But underneath it all is a reliable hot hatch with a powerful and rev-hungry 197 brake horsepower 2 litre engine. VTEC just kicked in, yo. Can't believe I just said that. 5. Mini Cooper S. After years of holding their value like nothing else on the roads, Minis have finally dropped to reasonable prices, which means you really can get a Mini Cooper S, albeit a leggy one, for £2,000. Unlike most, Mini opted for supercharging for the S's 1.6 litre engine, giving it a unique sound and character. 4. Ford Focus RS. A bona fide get-it-while-it's-cheap future classic, the Mark I Focus RS has pretty much reached the low point of its value graph. However, it's not a car to be garaged and mollycoddled. With rally-derived looks and a 215 brake horsepower 2 litre turbocharged engine, the Mark I RS is a serious and sometimes unforgiving weapon. The interior is a bit naff though. 3. Renault Sport Clio 182. The Trophy was the final edition of the utterly magnificent Renault Sport Clio 182. Limited to just 500 examples, all painted red and fitted with lightweight alloy wheels, lower and stiffer suspension, the larger rear wing from the Clio V6, and Recaro bucket seats. The Clio Trophy is considered by many to be the finest handling hot hatch of all time. 2. VW Golf GTI Mark V. From the finest handling hot hatch to the greatest all-rounder, the Mark V Golf GTI was the car the Mark IV should have been. Comfortable, spacious, loaded with kit, but powerful with sublime handling. The Mark V GTIs hold their value, but early cars are now around £5,000. Available in 3 and 5-door versions with manual and DSG gearboxes. 1. Renault Sport Megane. So, how do you beat the best handling hot hatch and the best all-rounder? With the finest hot hatch of the current generation. Yes, that's right, even though it's still on sale, early Megane RSs are now dipping below £10,000. The fantastic coupe looks conceal serious suspension and brakes. A turbocharged 2 litre engine producing either 250 or 265 brake horsepower, and a softer normal chassis or a hardcore cup chassis. It's basically a new car too, so it'll also be loaded with tech and shouldn't really go wrong.